Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Man the Authority, live with you once again for some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Products, booster box, etc. unboxing, YouTube video / Kick live stream. For those of you guys that are joining us, welcome. If you guys are joining us for the first time, hope you enjoy. If you are returning for one of these sessions, welcome as well. Before we get started, guys, please make sure that if you guys do enjoy this video, that if you guys are watching this on YouTube, that you make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications on. Please make sure if you make it all the way from this point now to the end of the video that you leave the comment hashtag full watch down below in the comment section of this video to earn a shout out from yours truly on Twitter. Just please make sure, guys, as always, make sure that if your YouTube header is not the same as your Twitter header, please make sure that you guys leave your Twitter header in the comment as well, so I know who to give the shout out to. So again, if you guys are new to this type of setup, again, if you guys have seen me in the past, obviously you guys will recognize the setup, but if not, welcome again. So as you guys can tell, we're opening up some new Yu-Gi-Oh products today. This stream / video is now featuring the Age of Overlord booster box, the brand new set that just came out a couple days ago, prior to when this video will be released, I believe. As of right now, it's the 22nd of October. The set came out on the 18th or the 19th, I believe. One of the two. Doesn't really matter. Super excited to see what I get from this set. There are a couple of cards for my illusion deck that I'm personally hoping to get, but for the most part, I'm just interested to see what are the types of pulls that I get from this. So this is just gonna be a real good fun set for me today. But on top of that, as you guys know, if you guys have been here before for one of these Yu-Gi-Oh unboxing streams or YouTube videos, if you guys watch it on YouTube, we have a bit of a challenge that comes in both forms. So if you guys can tell by the title of the stream right now, for every 10 subs that we get, or every quarter century rare that we pull from this Age of Overlord box, I will purchase another Age of Overlord box to do for another future stream later on down the road. And again, that's for every 10 subs and or every quarter century rare. Now, I know for some of you that know Yu-Gi-Oh, you're probably thinking, oh, I'll maybe get lucky to get one quarter century rare, because those things are impossible to get. I think the current rates, like, I still think one out of every 10 boxes, not these boxes, every 10 crates of boxes. So it's like 10, I think it's like, what, like 12 or 10 booster boxes per crate, something like that. I'm not 100%. Someone can correct me in the comment section if you'd like. Now for the YouTube video portion of it, as you guys know, if this video gets 25 likes, I'll add another booster box onto it. Haven't gotten the like challenge for the YouTube videos in the past. We've gotten close in a couple of years ago, about a year ago, but nothing recently. I would love to finally add that to the list and things like that. See how my new community, because I've been noticing my videos have been getting a little bit more views, so hopefully that translates to this as well. And then for those of you guys that also follow me on TikTok, you guys know that whenever I do one of these Yu-Gi-Oh unboxing videos, I always do like a bit of a greatest pulls highlight reel. I've seen a lot of you guys really enjoy those, that you really think they're cool, and I really appreciate the comments and the views on those. So whenever I do one of those overviews, I also do a challenge on that. I believe right now the current challenge is 100 likes within the first week. That's also with the YouTube video as well, the 25 likes on that. If the video gets 25 likes on the first week, then I'll do another Age of Overload stream unboxing. If, however, you guys get the 100 likes on TikTok within the first week, that's a little bit different. I actually do that specifically on TikTok and nowhere else, guys. So if you guys don't follow me on TikTok, you might be losing out on checking out some exclusive content that you won't see on Kick nor on my YouTube channel. I would go live on TikTok to open that booster box. Unfortunately, I haven't hit enough followers on there as of yet. I believe TikTok requires you have 1,000 followers to go live, and right now, last time I checked, I'm just roughly around 300. So what I kind of do is just unload these, I'll open up the booster box and do like about 4 to 6 packs in one video and post them in segments. If you guys have never seen those type of highlights before, head over to my TikTok. You guys can find that here on Kick or in the description of the YouTube video. So you guys can go over, check it out, and you guys will see obviously some examples of that. But without further ado, let's get right out of the way and get into this Age of Overlord set. So it's gonna push that off to the side here, just out of the range of the camera, and get right into it. As you guys know, with standard booster box sets, the pack trick is 4 cards from the back to the front. So, and that should have our potential rare all the way in the back. So, first card of the day is Red Arrows. Realm, Eulogy? Or no, Eulogy. I think that's how I pronounce it. Someone might feel free to correct me. Return of the Tristina. Origami Goddess. I swear, some of these cards I have a hard time pronouncing. Mel Maria Repeater. Master Toe the Chanter, which is one of the new illusion cards, which I will be saving off to the side. Tarai, Starling Knight, and ooh, okay, we got a nice first pull. Manadium Trisukta. I think that's how you pronounce that. Get that in frame. That's really cool, actually. Yeah, let me grab that one card. And Starling Knight, so, okay, interesting. Yeah, get that card. Gonna pull that just off to the side there. We'll keep any of, like I said, the big pulls in screen, but I'm curious, what does this one do? Madame Tristuka. If this card is synchro summoned, you can target one level 2 tuner monster in your graveyard, special summon, but negate its effects. You can target any number of tuners you control, change their levels to level 2. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from your X deck for the rest of the turn except synchro monsters. Huh, interesting. Very interesting card. Put that right there. Perfect. Not a bad first pull. If I do say so myself. Okay, so we got Fallen of the Tristina, Xyz in Trust, Sweet Roommate, UFO Light, which is another of the new illusion cards, which I might set off the side. Maybe I'll add it into my Chimera illusion deck. I don't know yet. Cursed Bride Doll, Ken the Warrior Dragon, Transcendentasaurus Extractor. Jeez, talk about a mouthful of a name. Disordinance of the Tristia, and Fully Armored Dark Knight Lancer. That's right. I remembered that they had a bunch of new shark type cards. Shark from Duelist from Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, or technically Nash, depending on who which character you like to call him as. That is cool. I am curious about this Transcendence card though. This Link 3 Dino card requires 2 or more Dino monsters, including a level 6 or higher monster. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon 1 dinosaur monster from your hand. If a face-up dino monster this card points to is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, draw a card. If this card is destroyed, you can shuffle 1 normal monster from your graveyard into your deck, then special summon this card. You can only use the effects of this card once per turn. Okay, that's interesting. I am curious, though. That kind of reminds me of the normal, like the... Oh my god, there were dinosaur cards that came out like a couple sets ago. Like one was a fusion, one was a ritual, and I think one was synchro. Someone might help me figure out, because I'm pretty sure they had the whole Transcendentasaurus concept. And then obviously the rare that we had was that Fully Armored Dark Knight Lancer. Requires 3 level 7 monsters. Once per turn, you can also exceed summon this card by using 1 rank 5 or 6 monster you control, transfer materials to this card. Gains 300 attack for each material and equipped card it has. Once per turn, you target 1 Xyz card in your graveyard. Xyz card? Interesting. I wonder if that implies, like, if the name has Xyz in the name, I wonder. Or, hold on, let me see something. That Xyz in Trust, does that count as a... Maybe. That might have to be a ruling, because it says Xyz card, not Xyz monster. So maybe if it has Xyz in the name of the card, it counts. Could be. Once per turn, target that at 1 Xyz card in your graveyard, add to your hand. Once per turn, if an equipped card becomes equipped to a monster you control, except during the damage step, you can attach 1 monster your opponent controls to this card as material. Ooh, that's actually pretty deadly. You know how to run that right. Pair that with the traditional black-gray Lancer, or yeah, that could be deadly. Not black-gray Lancer. Number 101 Silent Night Dark and things like that. That's what I meant to say. Not black-gray Lancer. All right. Next card we got is the Immortal Ushi Mourns the Mortal Body. Talk about a mouthful. Origami Goddess, Loka Samaraza, Watt Kingdom, Earthbound Servant Yugioh Gremlina, right? The new fusion Earthbound Immortal cards, the ones that were featured in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V. I think it was Arc V? I want to say yes, Arc V. Watt Kyuki, Assist Montes, Repeater, and Hoppy Guidance of Horus. Right, they got the new Horus, new archetype for Horus cards. I forgot that those were in that. You know, looking at the UFO light, I may or may not add. I mean, technically it's an illusion card, so it does work. But again, let's see if I figure on adding it to the Chimera deck or not. I'm hoping illusion cards get more stuff in like some of the later sets because I think it's an interesting archetype. All right, so we got Loka Samaraza, Vanquished Soul Snow Devil, Mourns the Mortal Body, Fallen Tristina, White Watt Psychic Fighting Porter, Pendulum Evolution, Escapegoat, Cursed Bride Doll, Realm Elegy. Interesting. Looks like that has to do with the Vita cards that are kind of also synergized with the Bifrost and all those other cards. But that's like, because Bifrost is like synergized between so many different, like the Scareclaws and the Castrias and a bunch of other different ones. It's kind of crazy how they all kind of connect. Okay, so next we got is Startling Stare of the Snake Eyes. Get them more in frame. Sorry about that. Rose Palpalian, Chino Baroness, Shade Peacock. Jeez, that's a mouthful. Watt Kingdom, Watt Tuna. Stars Align Above the Shrine, Fully Armored Exceeds, Supreme King Dragon Lightworm, and Snake Eye Oak. One of the new Snake Eye cards. Interesting. I thought about potentially playing Snake Eye cards as well, because they kind of look pretty cool, but we'll see. I do know that in the next set that comes out after this, the one that has some of that new Yubel support, and like remaster Yubel and stuff, I think I might add that into my Illusion deck, potentially. Since it's Fiend-based stuff, and a lot of the, some of the like Chimera fusions do require Beast and or Fiend monsters, so we shall see. Alright, Return of the Tristina, Peck Genius Close, Concours de Cuisine Culinary Confrontation, and yeah, Confrontation, Gaia Prominence, The Fierce Force, Fully Armored Exceeds, Stars Align, Starry Night, Play of the Tristina, and Starry Dragon's Cycle. Interesting. Pretty card too, actually. That's really cool looking. I like the design on that. Okay. So far, we got the first 6 out of the way, so we're about halfway, about a quarter of a way through the box. So we're making good pace, I would think. Gen, the Diamond Tiger, Gaia Prominence, IAS Invasive Alien Species, Alpha Summon, Assist Mountus, Mountus, not Mantis, Mountus, interesting. Play of Tristina, Excraptor, Soul of the Supreme Celestial King, and Burning, no card behind that, interesting. It was weird, from the way it was textured upward, I thought there was another card. Burning Dragon, interesting. Your opponent controls 2 or more monsters and this card is in your hand. Special summon this card. If this card is normal and special summoned, you can discard 1 spell, destroy all spells and traps on the field. Not a terrible card, actually. Depends on how you use it, I suppose. I'm actually going to shift everything just a little bit over, just because I noticed that there we go. A little bit better in the shot that way. Of course, Burning Dragon's a little bit cut off, but you guys can still see it. More than likely, I'll have to obviously zoom out the camera. I've always find it interesting because, like, a lot of the last couple sets that I get upon the first booster box I get, I never get like a lot of duplicates of like the hollows and the rares and stuff. It's interesting. Please tell me that didn't fuck anything up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just checking something. I moved my foot a little bit and I accidentally just I felt my foot graze against my PC, so I want to make sure that was okay. Angelic Rain, Shade Peacock, Snow Devil, Ilquili, Sinful Souls of Doom, Rasilia, jeez, talking about a mouthful, Spring Dragon Lightworm, Master Tayo, Fighting Porter, and Supreme King Gate Magician. This is, I believe this is the, oh my god, this is the newest version of the Supreme King Magician from, I want to say it's the new version of Stargazer Magician, not Time Gazer Magician. That's what this one is. I'm interested though because what do you do? It's a pendulum scale of 1. Its pendulum effect: Supreme King Zark. You control cannot be banished by your opponent's card effects. During your main phase, you can destroy this card, and if you do, place one Supreme King Gate Pendulum monster from your hand or deck in your Pendulum zone except Supreme King Gate Magician. You can use the effect of this card once per turn. Its main monster effect is, if you have a Supreme King Gate card in your Pendulum zone except this card, you can send one Pendulum Dragon, Exceed Dragon, Synchro Dragon, or Fusion Dragon from your hand or extra deck to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned, you can add one card that mentions Supreme King Zark from your deck to your hand, except a spellcaster monster. Very interesting. That's actually a really dope card. I forgot that Zark was also getting support. I totally forgot about that too. I guess I should have guessed it from the Lightworm Dragon that we got earlier on. Alright, so we got Culinary Confrontation, Sharv Sarga, weird name, Sweet Roommate, Ogdo Attic Daybreak, I'm just gonna call it Daybreak, Starry Night, Stars Align, Scapegoat, Disordinance, and Konami, you really gotta start doing names that are easier to pronounce. I mean, I'm only human here. Nephilabyss, the Ogdoadic Overlord. Jeez, what the heck do you do? If a monster is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard while this card's in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Also, you cannot special summon monsters until the end of the next turn except reptile monsters. If you control this card that was special summoned from the graveyard, you can target one monster in your graveyard, except this card, special summon it. But of course it has to be a reptile monster due to this guy's own specific effects. I know what I mean, but I guess depends on what type of deck you play. So far nothing really big just yet. I'm hoping we start getting some really good pulls here. Invasive Alien Species, Starling Stare, Diamond Tiger, Red Arrows, Lightworm, Pit Knights, Philly, or Liffy, or no, Philly, I was right. Disordinance, Fighting Porter, and Vita. Holy shit. I mean, what is with the names? Vita, Kale. Come on, focus so I can read it. Oh, come on. There we go. Vita, Calorcanum. Jeez. Talk about a mouthful. Pendulum scale of 0 with 0 attack but 4,000 defense points. Once per chain, if a monster is destroyed, place 3 counters on this card. This card's pendulum scale is increased based on the number of counters on this card. You can remove 12 counters from this card, special summon it. This card cannot be normal or special summon, must be special summoned by its own pendulum effect. You can only special summon this card, copy of this card once per turn. Once per turn, if your opponent special summons a monster from their extra deck, you can banish 12 cards from your hand, field, or graveyard face down. It becomes the end phase of this turn. Wait, you can automatically just make it automatically your end phase if this card's on the field? That's a little busted. What? Once per turn, during your standby phase, return this card to the hand. Then you can special summon one of your Vita monsters that is banished or in your hand, deck, or graveyard. Interesting. That kind of limits it because from my understanding, there's not many Vita monsters. I think there's the only other Vita monster I could think of is the one that was introduced, I believe, in the last set. So that's kind of crazy. I mean, I would have to look what the other Vita effect is. Before getting my hopes up. Angelic Rain, Card Scanner, Rose Palpaleon, UFO Lights, Full Armor Exceeds, Shino Baron Shade Peacock, so a different version. Sismountis, Watuna, and Switch Point. Choose one monster your opponent controls, and your opponent sends either the following to the graveyard: the chosen monster or the other monsters they control. Your opponent must control 3 or more monsters for you to activate and resolve this effect. Oh, that's interesting. So they either send the monster that you want them to send to the graveyard, or they have to send every other monster that they have. So it's kind of like almost like a targeted Mirror Force, but without having the battle phase restriction. In a sense. Kind of an interesting one. I mean, the qualification or the limitation that they have to have at least 3 or more monsters is kind of limiting, but who knows. Alright, so we got Tech Genius Close, Exceeds and Trust, Angelic Rain, Snow Devil, Geo Gremlin, Gremlina, Hari, Chino Baron, Play of the Tristina, and Canopic Protector. What in the world is this? Oh, it's a trap based from the new Horus cards. You almost can't tell what the art is because of the, like, there's almost nothing. You can almost see Horus in there. Once per chain, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can special summon one Horus monster from your hand or graveyard. But for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters with the same original name by the effect of this card. If this card is sent from the field or hand to the graveyard, you can set this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Interesting. Okay, that's not terrible. Alright, real quick, just gonna... Oh, sorry about that, guys. I swear, I can always never remember how to... There, that should be good. And we're just gonna move some of these around a bit, just to make it a little bit easier for you guys to see everything. Again, I apologize for the slight delay, guys, but, you know, I want to make sure you guys can see everything and everything gets good in the shot, you know what I mean? Actually, you know what, we'll just push the rows a little bit higher. Bring everything out. There we go. Now we got another full column here. Plus, you guys could sort of see the cards on the bottom, I think, I hope. I'll see how it looks on the camera once I start putting cards down. If anything, just zoom it out still. There we go. I think, let's see. Yeah, you guys should be able to see some extra cards in there. Currently 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're about halfway through the box already, so we're doing good. Okay. So we got Walk Kingdom, Sarga, Roommate, Samarza, X-Raptor, Yuki, Replicia, Warrior Dragon, and Tainted of the Tristina. That's the first one. We've got that one. Tribute this card by... You can tribute summon this card by tributing one face-up, face-down monster your opponent controls. This card's level becomes 10 if it was normal summoned or set. If this card is sent to the graveyard, except from the field, you can target a Trustee monster you control. This turn, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. Also, you can only attack with one monster. Interesting. Kind of an odd effect, but to each his own. It's actually kind of crazy. Okay. So we got Gaia Prominence, Loka, Roommate, Confrontation, Soul of the Supreme King, Tuna, Repeater, Chanter, and King Sarcophagus. Nice! I think this is actually a really good one too. I don't know if I'm not sure if the regular version of the Starlight ones that I saw that's actually pretty good. I'll have to look it up. But King Sarcophagus, horse monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects that do not target them. You can send one card from your hand to the graveyard, send one horse monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use the effect of King Sarcophagus up to 4 times a turn. Once per turn. Once per turn at the start of the damage step, if your horse monster battles an opponent's monster, you can send that opponent's monster to the graveyard. That's actually kind of sick. So not only can this card make it to where your horse monsters can't be destroyed by card effects that don't, like non-specific target effects like Mirror Force and stuff like that. You can send one card from your hand to the graveyard and send a horse monster from your deck to the graveyard, which I would suspect that the whole concept around the horse monsters or something to do with the graveyard. Again, I haven't really looked too much into other cards from this set, which I'm a bit sorry about, but I just haven't had the time. But that's really like probably the grand card of that. That's probably one of those ones you want 3 of. Confrontation, Red Arrows, Alpha Summon, Entrust, Gremlina, Play, Soul, Leela Wrap, and Wings of Light. Ooh, that's a really nice looking card. Wings of Light. During the main phase, add 1 Supreme King Dragon or Supreme King Gate Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. Or if you control Supreme King Zark, you can special summon it instead. Interesting. That's actually really good. Put that just up there. Little to the right. Perfect. There we go. You guys can see it a little bit down there. Still no sign of any quarter century rare, but I'm not complaining too much. Again, the odds of getting his quarter century rare from just one box is pretty rare odds. Return to the Tristina, White Kingdom, Tech Genius Close, Shinobi Baroness, Pit Knight, Fully Armored, Lightworm, Pendulum Evolution, and Seed Spitting Saplings. Interesting. Kind of an odd card, but again, to each his own. Okie doke. So, should be coming down to the wire here pretty close. Okay. Let's see, we got Alpha Summon, Origami Goddess, Diamond Tiger, Red Arrows, Wrap, Yuki, Miracle of the Supreme King. I think that's the first one we've gotten of that one. Mountus, and Snake Eye Ash. So we got the Oak, now we got the Ash. Which, let's see, Ash, if this card is normal or special summoned, add 1 level 1 fire monster from your deck to your hand. You can send 2 face-up cards you control to the graveyard, including this card. Special summon a Snake Eye monster from your hand or deck, except this card. Interesting. Alright, getting down to the wire here. Alright, so we got Invasive Alien Species, Snow Devil. I'll try to bring it up a little bit higher for you guys. I do apologize. Eulogy, Mortal Body, Miracle, Kari, Stars Align, Pendulum Evolution, and Tech Genius All Clear. Interesting. What is this one? All Tech Genius monsters on the field become machine monsters. During your main phase, you can normal summon one Tech Genius monster in addition to your normal summon. You can only gain this effect once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy one Tech Genius monster in your hand or field. And if you do, add a Tech Genius monster with a different name to your hand. Huh, that's actually really, that's a nice searcher card. I'm a bit intrigued as to why the machine one like the machine specific, like all Tech Genius monsters become machine monsters. I would assume that maybe there's a new card that is specific to the machine machine types. I don't know. Someone might need to comment why that is and down below if you know. Alright, so we got Rose Papillon, Sarga, Entrust, Eulogy, we'll just say Realmology, Fighting Porter, X-Raptor, Ride Doll, Sinful Souls. Ooh, okay, now we're talking. MSCT Glory of Horus. So I'm guessing this one is the big monster in the archetype, and it looks like it has some synergy with the Cane Sarcophagus. So according to this, if you control Cane Sarcophagus, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. Okay, so that's nice. So use a Cane Sarcophagus as effect. Send a card from your hand to your graveyard. Send this card immediately straight from your deck to the graveyard. Using its own effect, revive it. You can use each of the following effects of this card once per turn. You can send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard, including this. Wait, what? You can send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard, including this card. Add 1 Cane Sarcophagus from your deck to your hand. Then draw 1 card. Oh, I guess if something happens to Cane Sarcophagus, you can recycle another copy of it. That's pretty nice. But add from your deck to your hand. So obviously you'd want to run 3. And then if another card or cards you control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect while this card is in your main monster zone, except during the damage step, send one card on the field to the graveyard. Okay, so that's actually insane. So with Cane Sarcophagus, so long as this is on the field, no targeted, your Horus monsters are protected from specific effects that don't target monsters. But this guy says, oh, if one of my monsters I control leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, since it has to specifically target it, I can send a card from my hand to the graveyard. Oh, but it doesn't negate the destruction of the monster. That's interesting. Alright, how many packs do we got left? How many are left in here? Looks like we've got about 5 left. We'll just put the box off to the side. Gonna need to save that for the thumbnail anyway. Okay. So we got Diamond Tiger, Card Scanner, Angelic Ring, UFO Light, Lily, Dragon Warrior, Discordance, Yuki, and Sinful Souls of Betrayal. Send 1 Dia Bellstar monster from your hand or face-up field to the graveyard. Target one face-up card on the field. Negate its effects. When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your Dia Bellstar monster effect or your Sinful Spoil spells or trap cards or effect activations, you can banish this card from your graveyard and negate the opponent's effect. You can only use the effect of this card once per turn. You can only use 1 Sinful Souls of Betrayal Silver effect per turn, and only once that turn. Okay, so you can only use one of the effects of that card, whether the graveyard or the when it's activated effect once per turn. Interesting. Okay, put UFO light outside. Looks like we are gonna need to zoom the camera back out just a bit. There we go. That should be good. Yeah, that should have enough because I can put 2 there, 2 on the side there. That works. Alrighty. Let's see what we got. Not a bad good selection of cards. Really, I mean, that Cane Sarcophagus and, you know, having the combo, that's really good. Okay, so Fallen of Tristina. Daybreak. Gonna angle a little bit. I'm gonna get him up to the camera for you guys, but I have to angle a little bit so I can see. Startling Stare. Origami Goddess. Master Tobe. Escape Goat. Starling Light, or Starling Knight. Shino Baron, and oh yes, SP Little Knight, let's go. This is like the best secret rare from the set, baby. I wish this was a quarter century rare, because this thing would be worth some fucking money. I think even this alone, I'm pretty sure she's like one of the most expensive secret rares in the set. I'm not, I don't quote me. If you guys want to fact check me once you see this video, you can, but that's sick. Requires 2 effect monsters to summon. If this card is link summoned using a Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Link monster as material, you can target 1 card in the field or in either graveyard, banish it. Also monsters, your monsters cannot attack directly this turn. When your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect as well, you can target 2 face-up monsters on the field, including a monster you control. Banish both until the end phase. That is sick. Oh, that's awesome. That definitely that's a real good secret rare to pull. I think, is that like, no, the Glory of Horus. I believe that's our other secret rare. So we pulled 2 secret rares from this set. That's dope. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, that's almost as good as a quarter century rare in my opinion, but I'm not counting it though. It might be a good card, but it's not a quarter century rare. Like I said, I almost want to like just feel the back card just to see if I feel the texture, because with the quarter century rares, it kind of has this little imprint, but I don't want to spoil the surprise in case. Alright, so we got Return of Tristina, Gaia, oh, here, I'll angle a little bit, there we go, Gaia Prominence, Shino Baroness, Tech Genius Close, Wrap, Miracle of the Supreme King, Bremelina, which I gotta say, I'm surprised I haven't seen the other one, Sinful Spoils of Doom. Oh yes, Baphomet, the Mythical Cane of Phantom Beast. This is the new fusion illusion monster that I needed for my deck. I still think I need like maybe a second or possibly third of this guy. I think maybe 2 more, because the effect of this guy, from what I remember, is pretty good. Requires 2 monsters with different types, either Beast, Fiend, or Illusion. This card becomes Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast, while on the field or in the graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects of Baphomet, the Mythical Cane of Phantom Beast, once per turn. If this card is fusion summoned, you can send 1 Beast, Fiend, or Illusion monster from your deck to your graveyard. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 of your banished Beast, Fiend, or Illusion monsters, except this card, special summon it. That is great. I think actually I would want to try to get like 2 more of those, because I feel like that's really nice of a card. Oh, like I said, you know, I mean, pretty good so far. I think the only thing that would make this better is if we did get a quarter century rare. I would love, you know, I may get another booster box of this, but open it off stream, no idea. All right, Daybreak, Fallen, Card Scanner, UFO Light, Pen the Dragon Warrior, Tari, Wrap, Lily, and Synchro Rumble. Okay, this is a new one. Target 1 tuner or level 7 or 8 dragon synchro monster in your graveyard. Special summon it in defense mode. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except synchro monsters. If a level 7 or 8 dragon synchro monster or crimson dragon you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Okay, not a bad card. You know, I heard that the actual Crimson Dragon card was being added into the set. It would be very interesting. I would love to see actually somebody try to create a deck that synergizes with all the Signer Dragons. I'm pretty sure it's possible, especially with some of the more recent support. But I would still love to see it in tournament play. I think it'd be really cool. All right, so we got the last pack, guys. Let's count it down. Invasive Alien Species, Mortal Body, Starling Stare, Rose Papillon, Pendulum Evolution, Soul of the Supreme King, Scapegoat, Tuna, and Exceed Armored Torpedo. So no quarter century rare, but I think we still got a pretty decent spread, honestly. I mean, we got easily 2 secret rares, 1, 2, 3 ultra rare, or 4 ultra rares or super rares. Someone's gonna have to tell me the difference, but I think I got some pretty decent pulls. I think, especially that SP Little Knight. That thing is, I know for a fact that has to be like the best pull that I got from this entire box. But that obviously, that's the booster box, everybody. Obviously, like I said, no quarter century rare, and you know, chat's been pretty quiet, but I have seen some come in and out, but that's okay. Sometimes the Yu-Gi-Oh unboxings aren't just for everybody. It happens. But again, right now, guys, if the challenge for Kick for the sub challenge did not succeed. It happens. But that doesn't mean that you guys are finished yet. Again, if you guys did enjoy the video and you made it to this point, please make sure to leave that comment #fullwatch down below, so you guys will get a shout out on my Twitter. Make sure to leave your Twitter header if it's not the same as your YouTube header. And again, guys, if this video gets 25 likes within the first week of the video being launched, which I'll try to get this out as quickly as I possibly can. Again, but if it gets 25 likes within the first week of when it is released, I'll get another booster box of Age of Overlord to open up on stream. And again, guys, please make sure to watch out for that TikTok highlight video, which will most likely come out the same day that this releases, as this YouTube video releases as well. If that gets up to 100 likes within the week that it's also released, I'll get another booster box of Age of Overlord, but open it strictly on TikTok and nowhere else. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video / seeing me live on stream. This is your man, the Authority, signing out for now. But I'll see you guys next time when I'm back on your screens and in your faces.